Hey everyone, today we're talking about something that can completely change how your designs feel: colors. Color isn't just decoration, it sets the mood, it guides attention, and it makes people feel something before they even read a single word. So, in this video, I'll break down how color actually works, how to choose the right combinations, and how to build palettes that look clean and professional without overthinking it. But before we start picking colors, it helps to understand why some colors naturally work well together and others don't. That's where color theory comes in. It's basically the idea of how colors relate to each other and how they can create harmony in design. Think of the color wheel. It's like a map. You've got your primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and everything else is basically made from those three. Mix two primaries and you get your secondary colors: green, orange, and purple. Then there are tertiary colors, the in-betweens like red-orange or blue-green. That's the foundation. Once you understand that, you can start pairing colors that naturally work together. So how do we actually combine colors in a way that looks intentional? Here are a few simple harmony tricks that designers use all the time. Complementary colors are opposites on the wheel, like blue and orange. They create strong contrast, which is perfect when you want something to pop. Analogous colors sit next to each other, like blue, teal, and green. These feel calm and natural, great for softer or more balanced designs. Triadic colors form a triangle on the wheel, like red, blue, and yellow. It's a vibrant combo, but still balanced. If you're ever unsure, tools like Adobe Color can generate these palettes for you in seconds. Another thing to know is color temperature: warm versus cool colors. Warm tones like reds, oranges, and yellows feel energetic, friendly, and bold. Cool tones like blues, greens, and purples feel calm, clean, and trustworthy. If you're designing something for a spa, you'll probably go with cooler tones, soft blues or greens that feel calm and relaxing. But if it's for a sale banner or a sports brand, warm colors like red or orange instantly grab attention and create energy. And that leads right into another important part of color: emotion. Every color sends a message and makes people feel something, which is exactly why brands choose their colors so carefully. Red means passion, excitement, sometimes urgency. Blue feels stable, trustworthy. That's why banks and tech companies love it. Green gives growth and freshness. Yellow feels happy and youthful. Black is elegant, confident. White is clean and simple. Just remember, meaning can change by culture and context, so always think about your audience and what you want them to feel when they see your design. All right, now that we understand what colors mean, let's see how to actually use them in a design. Because theory is great, but how those colors look together is what really matters. Let's make this practical. I've built three quick examples, each using just three colors: one for the background, one for text, and one accent color for shapes or highlights. The first palette feels balanced: a soft beige background, dark navy text, and a bright teal accent. The contrast is great, the colors support each other, and it feels modern and easy to read. Now here's the bad one. We've got a light yellow background, white text, and a strong red accent. It's colorful, but there's almost no contrast between the background and the text, so it strains the eyes. That red next to yellow also clashes. It's shouting instead of speaking clearly. Finally, the third one works again: a charcoal background, white text, and a muted blue accent. The contrast is perfect for readability, and the blue adds a calm, professional touch. It feels intentional and confident. When I'm starting any design, I like to build a simple palette around a few clear roles: a primary color, which is your main brand or highlight color; a secondary color, which supports or complements it; an accent color used sparingly to draw attention; and a neutral background that keeps everything readable. A quick rule of thumb: stick to 3 to 5 colors max in a single design. Any more than that, and things start to look messy. And always check contrast. Your text should be easy to read at a glance. If you're unsure, step back from your screen. If it still reads clearly, your contrast is good. So, to sum up, here are the most common color mistakes to avoid. Using too many bright colors at once, it's overwhelming. Forgetting contrast, white text on yellow? Nobody can read that. Choosing colors that don't match the vibe, like neon pink for a law firm. Ignoring colorblind accessibility, always test your palette for visibility. Next, let's look at a few tools that'll actually make working with color a lot easier. These are my go-to picks when I'm building color palettes, testing harmony, or just grabbing inspiration from the web. We'll look at three of them: Adobe Color, Paletone, and Colorzilla. First up is Adobe Color. This one's amazing for building professional color palettes based on real color theory. You've got this color wheel here, and on the left you can pick a harmony rule, like complementary, triad, analogous, or monochromatic. Let's pick complementary, and I'll choose this orange as my base color. Watch what happens. Adobe Color automatically finds the perfect opposite color on the wheel, so you instantly get a balanced combination. You can also drag the handles around to fine-tune shades or switch the base color to see how the palette adjusts. Another cool thing, you can go to the Explore tab to browse trending color palettes from other designers. When you find one you like, just click Add to Library or copy the HEX codes right here. So yeah, Adobe Color is perfect when you want theory-based palettes that just work. Next is Paletone, which I like because it's super visual and interactive. It works kind of like Adobe Color, but it lets you see your palette in action. You can preview how your colors would look together on a web page or interface, live, right on the site. So here's how it works. Pick your base color in the middle and choose your scheme. I'll click Triad, and Paletone instantly gives me three perfectly balanced colors. Down here, you can adjust brightness, saturation, and even test light or dark background variations. What's really useful is this Example tab. It shows you how your color combination would look in actual layouts, like buttons, text, or backgrounds. This is perfect for visual learners because you don't just see color numbers. You see how the combo feels in real design. And finally, Colorzilla. This one's more of a practical, everyday tool. It's a free browser extension for Chrome and Firefox that lets you pick any color from any web page. Once it's installed, just click the eyedropper icon in your toolbar, hover over any part of the page, and it shows you the exact HEX and RGB values instantly. You can copy it with one click, or even use the color picker feature to build a small palette inside your browser. It's super handy when you're inspired by something online, like a photo, a logo, or another website, and want to match that exact shade in your own design. So that's the basics of how color works in design. The perfect mix of creativity and psychology. If you want your designs to instantly feel more professional, start by mastering color. Even small changes, like adjusting temperature or balance, can completely shift the mood of your work. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and happy designing.